Ahoy! It's great to see you, my friend. Tonight, I'd like to start off our adventure with something different to help you unwind after a long and busy day. First, take a deep breath in and hold it. Now breathe out, feeling the air escape your lungs. Let's repeat this a few times. Once again. And one last time. There. Feels better already, right? Now we're ready to start the quest for the legendary treasure of the East India Company. There's just one more thing to take care of. Equipping ourselves properly for the journey. Fortunately, I know a place that has everything a treasure hunter might need. It's called Isla de Castañeta. Only experienced sea dogs, such as myself, know the route to this mysterious island hidden to the west of the famous Tortuga. We're almost there. Can you make out the shore in the twilight? I'm sure you noticed how the luminescent algae makes the water glow and glimmer as it hits the beach. Every time I come here, the spectacle takes my breath away. The fine-grained sand glimmers like silver in the moonlight, but the smooth rocks still hold the warmth of the sun in them. Go on, take off your shoes and bury your feet in the sand. Feels divine, doesn't it? So soft it's almost velvety. Ooh, watch out for the seashells and the spiky grass, though. Small wonder that you've never heard of Isla de Castañeta before. You'll hardly find it on a regular map. The quirky name is a nod to a peculiar species of local birds whose chatter resembles the crack of Spanish castanets. Let's have a stroll around the midnight market. Now that the sun is down and a pleasant breeze has set in, it's full of life and has the most amazing wares you'd ever find. My good friend Hector Legrand, one of the greatest pirate captains back in the day, manages a fruit stand here under a tall and twisty palm tree. Ah, here it is. I'll have you know that this palm tree means a lot to Hector. He got it as a little seedling during his last expedition as captain. There's even a plaque to commemorate it. Hector takes really good care of the tree, and it pays him back with bountiful coconut harvests. Oh, these are as heavy as cannonballs. Have a good look at the fruit stand. Can you guess what it was made of? Ah, you have a keen eye. Yes, indeed. This is the hull of an old brig, secured in place with trusty nautical ropes. Such a touching tribute to Hector's seafaring past, don't you think? And if you ask me, a good way to recycle, too. Here, place your palms right on these thick, solid boards, tempered by 100 storms, and feel their rich texture. Oh, the weathered wood carries the memory of glorious explorations and furious sea battles. And who knows how many tales this anchor could tell if given the gift of speech. This must be the anchor from Hector's legendary ship, the Armadeus. Rumor has it the name originated on the day Hector and his crew did the impossible and fought off an entire armada of enemies. To this day, some find it hard to believe that this renowned captain decided to retire and build a fruit stand on a little island somewhere in the Caribbean. However, nobody can deny that Hector Legrand offers a most impressive range of fresh and juicy fruits, not to mention his keen prices. Go on, see for yourself. Whatever exotic treat you're craving, this is the place where you'll be able to indulge. Honey-sweet melons, juicy mangoes, sweet and sour pineapples, and what can be more refreshing than a crunchy watermelon? Let's treat ourselves while we're waiting for Hector. Which one would you like? Excellent choice. Let me cut out a couple of hearty slices for us. There you are. Delicious. Almost as delicious as the mystery I'm about to unveil. I'm sure Hector wouldn't mind if I introduced you to the other side of his business. We are fellow treasure hunters, aren't we? Let's walk around to the back of the fruit stand. The skeptics were right. It would be out of character indeed for someone like Hector Legrand to settle for the lot of a humble fruit seller. This stand serves as a cover for something remarkable. The sign on the gold-plated steering wheel is your first clue. Oh yes, treasures. Take my word for it, this is not an exaggeration. But here's the catch. Some of the boards on this side are enchanted, and only those with pure hearts and a taste for adventure can get past. Let's touch the boards and see what happens. Whoa, you made it! And what a view! Not too shabby, huh? This is precisely why I brought you to this island. One can cross all 5 oceans and never find a better collection of legendary artifacts and curiosities. Thanks to Hector, we can find everything we need for our upcoming treasure hunt, all in one place. None of the objects you'll find here are what they seem at first glance. Take this seemingly unimpressive cup, for example. What you're holding in your hands is the Goblet of Lympha, the ancient Roman deity of fresh water. Found in a far-off ancient land, this goblet is bewitched and has the power to desalinate seawater. A lifesaver for any navigator, isn't it? A voyager like you may also fancy this ancient amphora filled with the elixir of Artemis. Did you know that a single drop of the liquid from this vessel can calm the stormy seas around your ship? As Hector told me, this was a present from a mermaid he saved from mortal peril during his trip to the Horn of Africa. Now there should be another storm-controlling artifact somewhere around here. Can you find it? Better be careful, for this is the trident of Poseidon that can unleash storms as well as stop them. Hector likes to brag that he won the trident in a poker game with Poseidon himself. Who'd have known that the god of the sea could be such a gambler, and with something so precious? You seem a bit skeptical. Just like me when I was first introduced to this place. If only Hector were here, he'd swear on his beloved hat that everything I've just told you is true. Well, in his absence, I have a different way to convince you. Let's have a look at the table. This apple looks very different from the ones on the stand. Someone brought it here, and I think I have an idea who that could be. I've heard of a fearsome pirate captain, Hector's namesake, who loves green apples so much you'll never see him without one. I've heard that he's still roaming the Caribbean, chasing the mythical Aztec gold. Anyway, the apple is not what I needed you to find. See the ink pot in front of you? This quill is a genuine flamingo feather, soft and smooth to the touch, with a very handy self-sharpening tip. Ah, you, my friend, are holding the quill of truth. As you can guess from the name, it doesn't allow its holder to write down a lie. Hector uses it to avoid any inaccuracies in the memoirs he's working on. Well then, ye doubting Thomas, ye, grab a piece of parchment and try to write down that Captain Hector Legrand sells fakes. Go on then, I dare you. Ah, there you go. Captain Hector Legrand sells only authentic artifacts. I hope that I managed to convince you. You must be wondering where the rest of these magical objects came from. And there's no simple answer to that, my friend. Some of them were produced locally, like the moonstones that can ward off bad dreams. And there's a whole sack of them to your right. Some of the goods come from distant lands. For instance, the 2 colorful carpets that Hector brought from his expedition to the east. At first, he thought they were nothing but splendid decorations. Imagine his surprise when, one morning, the carpets came to life and started flying around his cabin. Now Hector has to keep them separate and well restrained to make sure they don't fly away. Why not use them for travel, you ask? As it turned out, Hector doesn't like flying at all. His heart belongs to the sea, and that cannot be changed. One has to love the sea to become a true seafarer. And what's a seafarer without a compass, am I right? Let's take a closer look at this one. Oh no. Don't rush to tell me that you've already got one of these in your pocket. Unlike an ordinary compass, this one points the way to your heart's strongest desire. Hector got it from one of his regular suppliers, a local gang of pirate crabs called Crimson Claw. I have no clue why they fancy themselves pirates, since all they do is raid the ships that have already sunk. Their latest contribution to Hector's collection is this lovely mirror leaning against the table. Believe it or not, it has the power to replay a person's happiest dreams. A curious artifact, but it can be dangerous in the wrong hands. Dwelling on the past is not for us adventurers. We're always planning ahead. Let's focus on the tools that can be helpful to us, like this extraordinary spyglass. Go on, pick it up. You know you want to. Pretty heavy, huh? With this spyglass, it is possible to see right through wood and metal. Quite convenient for a treasure hunter. You know what else is pretty nifty? A portable ship you can take with you anywhere. Yes, you heard me right. Have a look at these framed paintings. Just like the flying carpet, these pictures are much more than just interior decorations. According to Hector, if you spray the canvas with the right potion, it will make full-sized ships arise from the depths, fully furnished and ready to take you anywhere you'd like. Alas, I'm not sure which of the flasks is the right one. Something tells me these pictures are the only items here that Hector will never agree to sell. But not to worry. We already have a speedy and reliable vessel. The only way we could make it better is to get a few of Hector's anti-siren lanterns. Each of these holds a top-notch bolt of lightning inside. And there's no better way to shoo away a flock of sirens before they start one of their enticing songs. It's no wonder the lanterns sell so well. Trust me, it is better not to get into a pickle with sirens. Hector is the only person I know who listened to their song and came out unscathed, and that's only because he chained himself to the mast of his ship beforehand. He had that chain gilded and keeps it as a memento of his youthful recklessness. I imagine the two face masks Hector keeps on his palm tree also carry some sort of sentimental meaning. But we'll need to ask him about that pirate tale. Well then, my friend, I believe we covered every item on our list. It's time to prepare our coin. And our bargaining skills as well. No need to worry about shopping bags. Hector will make sure that everything we buy will be neatly packed and delivered straight to our vessel. I'm sure when Hector shows up, you will like him immediately. He's always enthusiastic about helping the next generation of treasure hunters. And he can spin endless tales about his own escapades. Let's rest on the sand and have some more watermelon as we wait. Oh, what a beautiful night. The sea seems to be taking deep breaths with its mighty chest. Do you see how the shimmering tapestry of the stars promises clear skies in the morning? And the air around us is sweet with the promise of new adventures. Can you feel it? Tomorrow will be a wonderful day.